Well, hey there, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you know that you were loved and blessed and all those cool things, and you know your stuff. I am here in the New Londo Ruins. You may be saying cat, but shouldn't Sen's Fortress be next? I mean, well, kinda. But I kind of wanted to just go down here to go through this and get a bunch of stuff. Because I thought, why not? It's kind of fun. There's also these cool blue torches, and I think they're pretty much only in this area. So, you know, if you're into that, if you're like, wow, blue? I didn't know that worked. Well, oh, so in case you didn't know, you need the transient curse to be able to harm these guys. Otherwise, you just can't hit them. So that's kind of lame. So in other words, to get the stuff you want, you gotta go over this way. Hello. May I have, ooh, more curse? Don't mind if I do. It's not even really that much of a curse. I mean, I guess it just makes it so that you can actually, like, hit those guys, which, I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. Get it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. I just like to make these guys come back over this way. It makes it a lot easier to deal with them. You may be saying, but Cat, what's over here? A Firekeeper Soul, which is very useful. Man, look at that. That's like so hard to see and scary. Wow. Wow. Terror. I mean, honestly, this area is also pretty good for spooky Halloween-y type vibes because of the ghosts. Because, so, you know, if you're into ghosts, I do think ghosts are kind of cool. Personally, when it comes to undead, I do tend to prefer, like, vampires and zombies and things like that, or ghouls, you know? But, you know, ghosts are cool, too. I'm not a particularly big fan of, I guess ghosts are kind of more interesting than a lot of other monsters that you could have in this area. You could have, like... Ow. Oop. Oop. Man. Ghosts can be annoying, though. Because in this area in particular, they, like, go through walls and stuff, and it's like, wow! That's crazy. Huh? No? You know what I mean? Do. Which is also one of the reasons that some people think this area is kind of annoying. I mean, I don't personally think it's that annoying. Is it necessarily the greatest? No. But I do really enjoy the spooky vibes of this particular area. There really aren't actually too many other places in this game that I think are like truly just like spooktacular. But this place is pretty spooky. You know, it's like basically a big haunted ancient dead city. And, you know, I think that's pretty cool. I guess I don't need to say haunted and dead city because I mean, I guess. And then you see this, you could look up there and see that this guy's waiting for you. And they'll just stab down, like, through things, or there's also places around here where they are, ready for you. So you gotta be careful. Oops. There we go. Roll. Gotta be careful. Oh, I might be dead. But it's okay. Hey, damn it. Look at all these bozos. Nope, yep, dead. It does get kind of annoying because there's kind of a lot of them in some of these areas. And it makes it so you gotta... one of the really lame things is because I died, I go back pretty far. That's okay, because that means I get the 20 Estus. I kind of thought that maybe if I was fast enough, I could, like, get a bunch of them at once. But you can also kind of try to just, like, run through this area if you want. There's only a couple of things I actually wanted to do in this particular zone. But... so, like, one little trick or one little thing about this zone, too, is that you can make it way easier for you later when you actually need to come back here. Because basically, until you get the Lord, the Lord's vessel, there isn't really any reason to come through here, other than unless you want the Firekeeper soul, which, I mean, of course you do. Why not, right? Uh... But if you go through here and you clear it out early, you make it way easier when you want to come back and get to the boss, which I think is helpful. And you also make it... Stab. Slash. You also make it generally just like a lot easier on yourself, and there's some stuff you can pick up and cool things, so it's not like it's like a complete waste or anything like that. It's just generally not the recommended path. One of the kind of neat things though is whoop. If you go through and normally, until you get the Lord Vessel, you wouldn't really be able to... Oh, that's kind of lame. You guys should not be doing that to me. But it's okay, really. Oh, man. I'm just gonna run past these guys. It's way easier than actually trying to deal with all of them. But yeah, there's like a lot of ghosts here. It's part of the issue. Okay, pick this up. Not that there was like a ton of... And this guy's gonna try and get me. Go around there. Pick this up. Rolly, rolly, rolly. Oops, that was the wrong one. I think. This is the way you need to go to progress in this particular area. Let's see if I can climb up here before I get killed by all the ghosts trying to get me. Yep, cool. So, these gotta come up here. And there's this gentleman. They may be saying, hey, this gentleman doesn't seem immediately aggressive.
Do you have something my name? I know, but I don't.
I'm going to purchase 6 of these. And then I'm going to do this.
You are no different from the rest.
Oh, I missed. Sorry, bud. But unfortunately, you have to die so that I may have this, the key. Basically, the key just makes it so that you can go to the next part of this. Well, let's see. Okay, yeah, got plenty of curse. Probably won't really need all those curses. But, you know, I like to err on the side of caution. sometimes, you know? You can see that there are a lot of ghosts. A lot of ghosts. So I'm just gonna... Oops. Oh my god. Look at it all. Jeez! Oh well, jeez. That's perfectly fine, really, but I was like, oh my god! It's a lot of ghosts. But now I have a bunch of transient curse, so it's fine. Then you gotta jump across that little thingy there, and it's fine. This guy's probably like, oh man, what a loser, dying and things. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Just sitting here crying? You think you can come and take me? You can't take me. Let me tell you something. I'm a very scary guy. You walk up to me, you go, oh wow, terror. I am terrorized. Baby girl, darling, do not terrorize me. But then I terrorize. Look at the little things that growing on my nipple. I don't actually have nipples. Well, I'm like this, but you know, it's fine. And so now at this point, so from here basically we can kind of just run through to the part that we want to get to. See, because the main thing we're trying to do here is we're trying to get rid of all the water. Now we get rid of all the water partially because it opens up a bunch of areas down there that we can then travel to, and yeah, that makes it just easier for later. Very good type deals. And then these ghosts are like, wow, what are you doing? You know, I was kind of thinking about like whether or not I'd like to play the Night Haunt. I think it would be kind of fun to paint the Night Haunt. And I kind of like undead. I like spooky, scary type things, you know? I like the idea of making like a bunch of honorable vampires that would like you know, not like kill innocents and just like, hey, I'll protect you provided you pay the blood tithe and give me just like a little bit of blood so that I can survive, and I will protect you as like, because you know, like having a vampire protector would be pretty cool, I think. I mean, generally speaking, I think that would be pretty cool. Provided it wasn't like some horrible monster that like kept trying to like you know, eat ya. But I mean, I guess that's just, that was a weird camera thing to do there. Thanks, camera. No, I'm just gonna go. Grab this. I think you guys could all see why ghosts are very annoying here. The other thing that's annoying is that the camera keeps doing this thing where like it wants to go over places I would rather it just not, you know? But hey, what can I say? I'm not the camera lord. I'm not the lord of the camera. And then once you do this, and now the gigantic door opens, and that's the Drake Valley. I don't know if you remember, that's like the area when we first started, where we ran through, and that's also the area we went to get to Blight Town and all that kind of cool stuff. And then you can see down there that now there's no water. So you can actually go down there now. I don't think this is... And then there's a big elevator. I'll just show you a couple of cool things down and around here. But yeah, look, there's a lot of moist corpses. So if you're into that... Oh, these guys are also down here. They're actually one of the main reasons I... Oops. Come back down here. you see, these guys, you can harvest chunks from them. Titanite chunks. No, they don't always drop Titanite chunks, and honestly, it can be a pretty slow process if that's what you're actually trying to do. But they're around here. Yeah, you can also see just like lots of drowned people. And this... Okay. You just gonna keep doing that, bud? Oh, he stopped. It's okay. Whip. And then a whip. And then a whip. Thank you. You didn't drop anything. Lame. Yeah, isn't this whole area just like really cool for like a Halloween type vibe? But now, what's in here? You hear something weird moving around. What could that... Oh my god. I forgot that there was a guy next to the big weird blob monster. Okay. I'll wait for him to come around the corner. They're always so cocky and arrogant. They always like to walk like real slow. Like, look at them. He's like, I got this. I'm gonna own this guy. Uh-oh. He's about to own me! Yeah, I don't need to drink this, but I'm gonna. Aha! Now you may be saying, what is this thing? Well, it's a big, horrible creature that does that. And it will just keep doing that. Thankfully, most of its attacks in terms of the big spear thing in its mouth are very limited. But isn't this kind of a cool design? I mean, I know it's just like a big blob monster, but at the same time, sometimes big blob monsters kind of cool. Alright. Did that drop anything cool for us? Nope. But there is there is some neat stuff around down here. Rotting. Oh, there's another one of these guys. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. Oh, you think you can just block whenever you want, huh? You think... Oh, well, that was bad. Oh! He got me. Now, you may be saying, well, Cat, that looks like it's going to be kind of a lame way back. And I'd say, yeah, a little bit. That's kind of... You kind of got to go pretty far in there to get back to where I was. But, now that we've opened up the thingy, there's actually a bit of a shortcut. To where we at the very least, don't have to deal with all the ghosts. Because ghosts are kind of like the annoying part of that to me. Well, much more so than the dark rays. I don't think the dark rays are actually that bad to deal with, honestly. I mean, you can see they hit hard, and I died to one. Not that crazy, but I'm not really too worried about them. But now that we've unlocked that one thing, who's it? You can actually go this way. You see? And we can skip most of the ghosts and fighting and stuff. And we just go immediately back to where those big doors opened. So that's kind of cool. And little things like that let you explore areas like that. You can get the cool... There is one of the blacksmith embers in there, and that's the one that lets you upgrade to the... Excuse me. I'm not going to pillage that stuff because then that thing wakes up and it just is slightly annoying. Not that big of a deal, really, but just I don't feel like doing that. There's pretty much only one Drake here that actually kind of blocks your path, but as I showed you at the beginning, you can kind of just get by it. If you want to kill it, though, you can. I would also just like to say, I'm pretty sure this is not actually a Drake. I know that doesn't really matter, but you know. Oh, I didn't know it would go around corners. Well, geez, I'm a dummy. I do kind of want to go get the Ember in there. I'm trying to remember where the Ember is, actually. 1 second, I don't remember exactly where the Ember is. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. That's not looking it up. Okay, whatever. Wait, no, let's not do that. Let's try this again here. Embers, Dark Souls, New. Where is it? No, I don't want the magic. I want the very large ember is located new. Okay. I mostly wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to. I was pretty sure it was this way, but I was not 100%. And it's good to be more certain, you know? It was like I remember it being there. But sometimes you gotta make sure that you're actually going the right, correct way that has all of the good things in it. And make sure that you don't die to a Drake. Because the Drake is like, haha, nerd. And now he's gonna laugh at me. Him and all of his buddies are gonna laugh at me for ages. They're just screaming, howling laughter, like, "Was this motherfucker think he could get by?" And then I shocked at him, and I cried. He also was not taking as much damage because I was hoping it would take less hits, but it's like, it's gonna take like 4 or 5 hits to deal with him. And it's like, okay, maybe it's actually a better idea to just try to get past him. And it is a better idea to just get past him. There's not really... Unless you really, 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 really want the Dragon Scales. And I don't even think they drop Dragon Scales very often. I think you have to kill them a bunch to get Dragon Scales. Or you gotta kill a big thing like this. Which, if you ask me, not super important. But yeah. Honestly, one of the biggest reasons we're going about it this way is because I thought it would be more interesting than going straight to Sen's Fortress. Sen's Fortress is actually really easy once you know what you're doing. People always talk about Sen's Fortress being like a pain in the butt, but honestly, I just don't think it's that bad. For the most part, I think it's pretty easy to just, I'm gonna do this just in case I get hit by a lightning. As I run through here. Yeah, like that. Okay. What? Don't edge forward. That's weird. I'm talking to the camera there. What? I will repeat. That's weird. Well. What the heck am I getting? I'm getting stuck on his model. Dang it. Okay, so the reason that became a problem is because I kept getting stuck on the Drake's model. That's kind of annoying. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't like the Drakes. I should just turn on one hit kill and kill them all real quick and then eat their flesh. Even though eating their flesh, I don't... Would you eat a dragon? Like if you like we're in like a Dungeons and Dragons type universe and there were dragons and you killed one, would you eat part of it? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like most of them would probably have like some weird poison or like I don't know, not taste very good. I'm kind of reminded of those like sharks and like I think it's Greenland where like they have to like let it rot before they can eat it. Yeah, I'm gonna try it one more time this way because otherwise, honestly, it's not really that much of a reason to go through there other than to just get the Emperor, and that is pretty much the only reason I'm doing this. Besides, like I said, the make it more interesting going around instead of going straight forward. Uh, but yeah, it should be fine. The only thing that gets annoying is that sometimes this game is a little bit jank and like you get caught on models and things like that. Whereas it's like, well, because of the way your model is built, I am now stuck inside of you. And that's not the greatest. But it's mostly okay. Do 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 do. Hmm. There's also this little area here. Oop. Oop. What the? What the? What? Well, let me tell you, that's a little dumb. Or at least a little annoying. Hmm. You know, it might actually... Well, it's not gonna... It's gonna take slightly longer, but I think I have a better shot of just running past them if I go this way instead. So one of the cool things about this game is that everything is kind of connected. And you can kind of see where all the areas come together. This way might be slightly easier to run past them, just because you don't have to past the guy on the ledge. Which, I mean, I don't think it's going to be that different, but I'm just going to do it because I have now died twice doing that, and I don't wish to die a third time. I probably will, though. It's fine. Although I did already die a third time. Or, well, no, because I died once to the ghosty goose. And then I died, yeah. Honestly, though, like, death isn't really that big of a deal in this game, other than the fact that it kind of sets you back a little bit. But for the most part, like, in most areas, you can kind of just get past stuff. The thing that's really annoying about New Londo in particular, though, is that there's no bonfires that are closer. Like, you have to go a pretty good distance to actually get to the New Londo area, and that's kind of annoying. Or, well, once you get past the first area, it's like, it really feels like there's not really any reason to go through the rest, right? Like, unless there's some items you want in particular. And, you know, I get it. Sometimes you get stuff you're just like, oh man, that would be cool for my run or whatever. But, I don't know. I personally do not much care for going through New Londo. Although it is spooky, so that's kind of cool. And like, when it's the right time of year, it's like, ooh, you know. Dark Basin. Dark root. Imprisoning me. All that I see. Sucking up moisture. You know. These mountains are very green. It's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure. Okay, no, wait. Here's the problem. If I rested this bonfire, that's where it's gonna set me back to next time. I think I'm just gonna try one more time and then just if it doesn't work for whatever reason, I'm just not gonna worry about it right now. If I could die or whatever. Yeah, get to max health just in case. And then see, we're here. Oh. Ow, preferred if you didn't. Oh my god. Careful. I bye. Killed you. Woodhead. Butthead. Maybe I'll kill this guy too, just to make it so that I don't have to worry about it, and then I can just run straight through. Actually, maybe I'll just make him move. Yeah, that's probably fine. Oh well. Oop. Oop. Oh man, that is nonsense. That is not how. Whatever. No, no. Are you for real? He didn't move. I told him to roll. He's just like, nah, I don't wanna. I don't really feel like going all the way back down there, honestly. I really and truly don't. But I keep saying one more try, but I'm like, well, I just don't want to go back down. Because at this point, it's like, what am I showing you guys? That I can dial out to the drakes? I think part of the problem with that, though, is that I'm just not wearing anything that's very resistant to lightning. So it's just like, they just stun lock you, and that's like kind of lame. You know? Come on. You do this. Drop down here. Okay, come on. Because I want to get in there and get that amber now. Ember. Because I think it's a pretty nice item to just have. Because it means I can just start upgrading the things, at least in the mundane stuff, to the max. I wouldn't mind getting the chaos stuff, because chaos is kind of cool. But, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to. I guess this is a lot shorter than the other way I went. It's kind of cool. I don't know how to hang out here. But you know, whatever. Trying to think if there's anything I could put on that actually has more lightning. See, this might have. Actually doesn't have that much lightning. I guess I thought I had more lightning. It's mostly fire, which makes sense. Chaos ladies, you know. I don't think that's going to help very much, but... You know what? Oh. Almost died. Are you... Do not do that to me. You silly thing with wing. You know what I'm going to do, actually? Grab this. Slash. Slash. Oops. Yeah, get stunned, kid. Whoa, kid. Yeah, kid. Cool. That's taken care of. Okay. My old nemesis, who is also a drake. Nope, son of a bitch. Well, it's like if you get hit by it at all, then you just can't move, and then you're just dead. That's very lame. Am I trying this again? I guess I am. Why didn't I just, like, roll past it and ignore it? Like, that's a... It seems like it would ultimately be the better path there. Maybe I'll just edit out a bunch of these deaths and be like, oh yeah, there was a bunch of deaths. It just kind of seems like a waste of time to just make you watch uh, me dying a bunch to unlock something that's not even very useful till later. But hey, you know, later usefulness is good. I do want to say I think there's like some sort of shortcut though. Like where you can jump down and get like way ahead. Do I have? Oh, I do. Oh wait, that was way too early. Oh, whatever, it's fine. These guys, and this is kind of interesting, is despite having electricity powers are not like... I mean, I guess that doesn't really make sense to be like, oh yeah, well, if something has the power, they tend to be immune to it or like less weakened to it, resistant. But gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough. Of course I was cheating. Of course I was cheating. Look, I just put on electricity. That's like cheating. Did that do you? I don't even think that really did much more damage than the standard. Whoop. Nope. Not straightforward, bud, but hey. Oh. The ultimate weakness of all drakes is that they actually can't fly. Or they can only fly short distances. They're kind of like chickens. They look a little like chickens here, actually. Oh, well, that didn't work. Thank goodness that for some reason it did not attack me directly and instead shot lightning off to the side. But I want you. Oh, you're not dead. Okay, there. Now you're dead. Excellent. Revenge. Kinda, not really. Now watch as I die to these guys. Well, that would be kind of funny. It's fine. Yeah. Whoop. 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 Aha! Finally. Jeez, that was a bit of a journey, wasn't it? It's okay. Sometimes we want to go on journeys. I'm pretty sure they can't actually... Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they can't get in here. Gotcha. Ooh, I'm a floppy corpse. Yes, you are. A floopy floppy corpse. Later, dragons. Oh, wait. Well, it's coming in a little bit. Oh, he's coming in a lot, actually. Okay, no, never mind. We're done. I don't like that. He's coming up all the way up the stairs? Jeez. Wait. Oopsie. I didn't quite get him, unfortunately. I mean, look, bud, if you want to come in here and fight me, there's only one thing you gotta do, and that's come in here and fight me. Like that. Then you'll get owned. Do you feel smart now that you've been owned? Probably not. Gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough. Oh, I also like how earlier I mumbled, of course I'm cheating. It was actually because for some reason I was thinking of a time when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, and there was a particular monster that we were fighting and we were having a really hard time, and I may or may not have looked up what it was actually weak to on a mobile device. Oh, be careful with that attack. Which I should have done, but you know, I don't know. I saved the day because it could have been a TPK otherwise, and that wouldn't have been good. Although I shouldn't have done that. That was... You shouldn't cheat in D&D games. So don't do it. Learn from me and say don't do it. Even though I just told you that you'll be cool, you'll become the hero. I'm pretty sure that like the big blob thing just stays dead. Oopsie. Oop. Anytime you want to drop it. There you go. Yeah, there's another one. There's always more of these guys. Cool, that's taken care of. Everything's moldy. Oh man, imagine the smell coming off of this place. I highly doubt it would be pleasant. Very fishy, but there's no fish. Actually, how did all the water get in here to begin with? I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of explanation, I just don't know what it is. Oop, that was very close. This guy's aggressive. There we go. Gotcha. These guys aren't dropping anything, which is kind of lame. Maybe I need to increase my item discovery. Humanity is good? Although I don't know why the Dark Wraith would just leave a chunk of humanity just kind of like hanging out. Big ol' soul. Which is kind of cool. This place also has like the creepy music, which is kind of neat. Oh, I think I need to go up actually. Because it's somewhere around here, I'm almost certain. Like I looked it up and now I'm just like, it's probably somewhere around this general vicinity. Oh no, it's I think it's over here in a chest, isn't it? Is it this chest? Yes, excellent. Finally. We now have the stuff we came here for. We got some souls out of it, lost some. Lost a humanity, all that fun stuff. Gained a few humanity back. And I'll just show you, since we're here. I think it's this way. Oh, I saw you. Well, you thought you could... just overcome me? You couldn't. Man. Everything around here is so goopy. Gross and goopy, gross and goopy, gross and goopy, gross, gross, gross and goopy. That was the wrong step to take. Whatever. The only thing I was going to show you is where the boss was, but then I took it. Oh, man. I'm not going back there to get those souls. I'm just not. Man. That's kind of funny, though. Man, that looked really orange. That's weird. Okay, I mostly just wanted to check the time, but I didn't have it set up on the one end. But it's fine. I will take us into the beginning of Cine. Actually, here first. First things first, just because I like being human. Go down here. Gonna go down here. Down here, and I'm going to reverse my beautiful jerky body. And now I'm back to normal. Yeah, you can go down that way and get a bunch of, like, stuff. Hopefully you won't die as much as I did, or you won't step off the random edge into the abyss. Because, hey, I mean, I don't know, man, maybe you wanted to check out what's down there in the abyss. There's some cool stuff down there, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Not really. Actually, it's mostly just goo, I guess. So if you're really into goo... Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm guessing if you're playing this game, you're really into goo, right? Like, you love goo. You're just like, oh, man, goo. Just what I've always wanted. I was talking about editing out those deaths, but now I'm thinking it might actually be funnier to just leave them in. But, yeah, it's fine. Go down there and give this guy the big ember. Oh, I have no souls, that's why. I will give myself some souls, and then I will upgrade a little bit more. We're just going to use Soul of Proud Knight. I think this is 2000? Yeah, it is. I do need something forged, Andre. I need the break in my heart from the time that you didn't have large Titanite shards for sale. I'm not gonna get myself killed. Unlike you, who's gonna live forever. Okay, let's see here. Now here's the question. Do I feel confident enough that I could just get through this without dying? I feel fairly confident in that. So let's try to see if we can save a little bit of humanity and get through at least part of Sunsforge. Sunsforge is not actually very long. Once again, if you know where you're going and you know where you're doing and all that, it's not actually that crazy difficult or anything like that. Oh, there you are. I'm like, what? And then... Good. Let's see. Do I have... Now, here's the question. Here is the question. And... Okay. Yeah, what about the longbow? Oh, nope. My dex is just too crap to use either of them. How many arrows do I actually have on me? I have a bunch of arrows, so that... Okay. To make this next area a little bit easier, I'm going to use some of the souls I have and level up just a little bit. Yeah, I guess I'll just go to this bonfire. Whatever. If I die, I'll just reinforce it. It's better than if I die and I had to go all the way back up to the main bonfire, I suppose. Wait, yeah, let me use the souls first. I'm silly. Souls if I'm not gonna use it to get the weapon, so do that. Soul butterfly, not gonna use this to get the catalyst, so and then soul of brave warrior, gonna use this to gain a bunch of souls. Okay, this should give me enough, I think. Oh wow, it doesn't. What does my dex need to be to equip the bow? Oh. Let's just. Oops, no, not drop. I want to use. I want to just use all of these. Okay, yeah, that's enough to level up at least one more time, which might be enough to. Nope. What? What do I need? Okay, give me a second. Good news, everyone! I'm just silly. Do you see? You can actually just. I can now use the longbow, the regular longbow. And you only really need this for like one part that makes this, I think, a decent bit easier, or at least a little less annoying. You don't actually need it. You can just run through if you want, but you know, whatever. I like doing things my way. Oh, I rested at the bonfire. I forgot. Weird, I thought. Oh. Block that, did you? Now you're not gonna block it. Ah, yes, a man serpent sword. Mmm. Serpenty. Okay. Now, there is our target. See it? What the heck? Why does it keep moving? Not moving. Oops. Oh gosh dang it, what keeps making this thing move? Oh. I had my hand on the desk and that got it. Yep, see? Now you may have thought, oh man, that's gonna take a while with the 9 damage, but we're not actually trying to kill it with the bow, we're just pushing it off. And that just makes crossing that part right there a good portion easier. Which, you know, you could argue is not really that difficult, so is it even worth taking the time to deal with it that way? Eh. It only takes a few shots, and I mean, having a couple levels of dex is not like the end of the world. Although some people would act like it is. Some people do screamy at you if you level up dex at all. And then there's this, and there's a trap right there. So you gotta do that. You can also use that if you can get by the serpent to just kill him with that. That works too. Do 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 do. Do do. I think that's annoying with the Cobra-headed guys is that they do the bleedy. Pretty sure the ah, silly. And then dead. Now, you may be saying, Or maybe if you've played this a little bit, you know that there is also a chest up here. And this chest has steel ring protection. Yay! So if you're into that, you know. I think the boulders for the most part are pretty easy to avoid. You just gotta be careful and not spend too much time in certain areas. I of course excuse me. Give it a second. And then you run after it. Quickly. And then there you go. Now you may be saying, ooh, a chest. But isn't this chest placed in a weird spot? Now, if you can kind of see just a little bit sometimes. It moved a little, like I'm waiting to see if it'll do it again. It should. Oh, yep, see? It's moving just a little bit. You can kind of just barely see the teeth on the inside there. But it drops cool stuff. Well, not really that cool, but I mean, you know, stuff. Lightning spear. Okay, so this one, you may have noticed that it kind of went up a little bit after it had already gone up. There's blood on there. So basically, you just want to keep walking forward, and it will give you a second to get off. But if you stay on there, it'll go up and stab you in the head with a bunch of thingies, so... If you don't want to get stabbed in the head, which, I mean, I don't blame you. Getting stabbed in the head is not necessarily the greatest. Okay. Now, one of the interesting things is, with this particular device, the ball will just go the opposite way of whichever way this is pointed. And you want to push that down there so that it goes and takes care of opening up something for us. And then after that, you can just push it, and it'll go out that way. We're not going to go back down there for right now. I'm pretty sure it'll remain open. Swoop. But yeah, as you can tell, lots of traps in this general. That's kind of Sin's Fortress's whole deal. Now this one, you can just kind of run forward and it's pretty easy. Yeah. Snake. Snake dead. And then there's a guy up here. Thankfully, he feels the need to threaten us first, so we can just kind of do that. Now, there is one more Snake Lordman. I don't understand why they have that noise, though, because they're obviously not rattlers. I mean, some of them are like, I guess, cobras. Cobra! Excuse me. Thank you. Boo-doo-doo. Boulders everywhere. Now there's one more guy that we need to deal with here. Bye. And then up here. Now see, there is... This is around the time that... there's a big guy up there who's gonna notice you. But that's okay. Getting here to the bonfire, this is a nice little shortcut here. Basically makes it so that you're, all the way back towards here, towards the end. Which is good. So that way you don't have to go through most of the rest of this again. Not, like I said, not that it's super difficult. It's mostly just running between traps at the proper time. I would generally suggest before you start looting and doing too much of that stuff to go deal with the giant on top of here that is throwing big explosive blocks down onto us. He's not the nicest guy, you know. What the? Thank you, sir. Then we can go over here. What's over here? Nothing. The true terror. The terror of true. And see, with that, we're already at the end of Sen's Fortress. Pretty much. This here is the boss at the end of Sen's Fortress. Oh, I should have hit. Actually, I guess it shouldn't have, really. The other thing you gotta watch out for when you're up here... Oops. Ow. Is that he will do an attack where he basically has like a big temper tantrum. And it will do a lot of damage to you and stuff like that. But that's not really... Oh, there you go. See? Dead. Pretty easy. And now these are all taken care of. I don't know why when he throws them they explode, but if I hit them they don't. Tiny chunk. What's the next boss you gotta deal with? Not a super big deal, really. I will show you a couple other things around here. So one of the nice things about this area is if you did save up the souls that you've been getting by killing the bad guys and stuff like that, is that you can now buy some large titanite. And by buying some large titanite, you make it so that you can upgrade your weapon. And that's pretty cool. Yeah. I remember. Pretty sure you can kill this guy. Yeah, you can. Hey, how you doing? Having a good day? Not really, because a man shooting you with arrows? Well, it's fine. You'll get used to it. I'm not gonna kill him right now, actually, because that would take a while, and I'll just do it when I'm not recording. That makes way more sense. Now you just gotta jump across this thingy here. Yep. Then once you're across over here, you can run into here. And this gentleman here sells large titanite. He also sells regular titanite. Unfortunately, it's still like 4,000 to get it, but I will purchase it. Because even just a little bit can really make it a lot easier when you're trying to get your weapons upgraded. Oh my god, it's so far down. Go all the way down here. Very frightening. But that gives you the cage key. Now this is a pretty cool little item in this particular instance, because the cage key makes so that you can use the cages to travel up and down in Sen's Fortress, and that makes this a lot easier. Because there are cages all over the place that you can enter into that will take you up and down to various different areas, and you can also use it to free a wizardman. So if you're into freeing wizardmen, then hey, I'd say you've got a chizardman. That wasn't a very good jump. Well, that's fine. Look at this. This gentleman is very much interested in eating me. And not, well, not really eating me. He wants to have my sweet, succulent souls. Like that. I took his sweet, succulent souls. Mmm. And then we go back up here. It is one of the only annoying things is if you leave that giant guy alive, is that he'll keep throwing down the boulders. Which is, you know, not great. Actually, it kind of looks like since I shot him a bunch, he just kind of stopped. That also works. But just to show you, since we're here, this is one of the cages you can get into. And as you can see, this basically takes you right back to the start of Sen's Fortress, which is pretty cool. There are various other cages in various different areas that you can take that will go to a couple of different locations. You can use them if you want, and they lead you all over the place, so that's kind of cool, I guess. If you're into that sort of thing. But now we're going to kill the boss. Because why not? Then we're done with Sen's Fortress. But there is someone we can summon to help us with this boss. It's Tarkus. And if you don't know, Tarkus is basically a real cool guy. Very powerful. Iron Tarkus. Not a Marcus, it's a Tarkus. This guy can kind of like solo the fight up here if you let him, but we're going to help him make it quick. The only thing is I'd make sure that he's behind you, because I have had him accidentally slip off and fall there. Okay. Let's go in. What the heck is Tarkus doing? That's weird. Oh. Well, Tarkus did not solo the boss that time. Oh. Oh. You can actually make that guy fall off, and that probably should have made him fall off, but I mean, yeah. He's not a very difficult boss. Kind of lame that Tarkus fell off. But whatever. Okay. I am not going to leave this area yet because there's something I want to show you guys next time, but this video has already gone on for quite a while, so let's end it. Anyway, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. I love you all, and I hope that you are all beautiful, and have a great day, and bye. God loves you, and I love you. Bye, bye. Love you, bye.